In the previous lecture, we looked at the budget constraint, and we assumed that this person saves nothing and borrows nothing, or the constraint itself is binding. You cannot go over it or you cannot be under it. And there we looked at a very simple example of one good case where this person spends his entire income on apples. Then we also looked at real world case where we spend money on a large number of goods and services. And there I wrote down the formula through which you can calculate real income. And you already know the difference between nominal and real income. And nominal income simply means the income that you receive as in dollars. Real income is the nominal income adjusted for prices, and in a way real income reflects consumption choices available to a person. Now in this video what we do is we look at the too good case, and the reason for looking at a too good case is we can draw diagrams and analyze what we have sought to analyze, and that is consumer behavior. Now consider the following simple example of a too good case. Suppose John earns $5 as income and spends his entire income on apples and oranges. The price of an apple equals the price of an orange, which is $1. And we still assume this person saves nothing and borrows nothing. So no savings equal no borrowing. That's what we assume. So income of this person is $5 and he spends his entire income on apples and oranges, and the price of an apple is $1, which equals the price of an orange, which is again $1. Now to figure out this person's consumption choices given the budget constraint, that is this person saves nothing and borrows nothing, what we do is the following. This is the question we ask. Suppose this person decides to buy no apples. In that case, what is the max quantity of oranges can this person buy? Keep in mind his income is $5 and price of an apple equals price of an orange, which is $1. And so we find the maximum quantity of oranges this person can buy will be 5 oranges. Look at another choice this person has. Let's call it B. And suppose this person decides to buy 1 apple. Now he's already spent $1 on apples, and now this person is left with $4. And how many oranges can this person buy? This should be 4 oranges. It's a typo. Look at another consumption choice. Suppose this person decides to buy 2 apples. What's the max number of oranges can this person buy? It will be 3 oranges. And in this way we complete rest of the choices, and what this table gives us are consumption choices available to this person given his nominal income and prices of the goods that this person can spend his money on. Now the information we have had in the previous table is about consumption choices available to John when his income is $5 and price of an apple equals price of an orange, which is $1. And based on the consumption choices this person has, we can plot these different points. For example, if this person decides to buy no apples, what's the max quantity of oranges this person can buy? It will be 5. And we do this for other quantities of apples. We join all these points, and what we get is a budget line. So this line, which reflects consumption choices available to this person given nominal income and prices, is called a budget line. So if this person is anywhere on the budget line, this person's income will equal total expenditure. And what is this total expenditure? Is expenditure on apples and oranges. Expenditure, I'll write EXP in short. So if a person is anywhere on this budget line, this person's income equals total expenditure, and that simply means no savings and no borrowing. I'll just write borrowing. Now consider a point like this one. Let's call it G. Price of an apple still is $1. Price of an orange is $1, and his income is $5. And suppose this person decides to be at a point like G, where this person buys 4 apples and 4 oranges. Now based on this consumption point G, this person is spending $8 and his income is $5, or a point like G, in other words, represents borrowing. And why borrowing? You borrow money when your income is less than expenditure. Now consider a point like H, where this person buys 1 apple and 1 orange. So the amount of money this person has spent on apples and oranges is $2, but his income is $5. So a point like H represents savings. And when do we save? When our income is greater than our expenditure on all goods and services. So just remember this. What is a budget line? It simply represents consumption choices available to this person given income and prices, and also when he decides to save nothing and borrow nothing. A point to the right of the budget line, a point like G, represents borrowing. A point to the left of the budget line represents savings. And now we are in a position to define or give a formal definition of the budget line. Budget line is a collection of points representing what? Different consumption choices available to a person given nominal income and prices, or in other words, what the budget line is reflecting is the real income of a person. Why? Because real income in a way is defined over consumption choices a person has. If a person is richer, chances are this person will have higher real income. That means more consumption choices, and that should make intuitive sense. If a person makes more money than I do, this person will have more choices relative to me. And in this definition of budget line, of course, we have been assuming all along that there are no savings and no borrowings. This budget line that we had drawn, we'll call this budget line 1 or BL1. And based on the numbers you have, what you'll find is we have quantity of oranges on the vertical axis, quantity of apples on the horizontal axis, and if we have to figure out the intercept on the y-axis, it will simply be income divided by price of the good on the vertical axis, which is orange. So income divided by price of an orange will give you the intercept on the y-axis. And we know our income is $5, price of an orange is $1, and so 5 divided by 1 gives us 5, and this is the intercept on the y-axis. By similar reasoning, intercept on the x-axis will be income divided by price of an apple. And once again, you can try this. Income is $5, price of an apple is $1, so the max quantity this person can buy will be 5 apples. What will be the slope of the budget line? Slope, we know budget line is downward sloping, so it will always come with a negative sign. So let's just put a negative sign here. And we have quantity of oranges on the vertical axis, quantity of apples on the horizontal axis, or in other words, quantity of oranges divided by quantity of apples will give us the slope. Now, based on the assignment or the way I described this problem is, we know income and prices. And so if we were to write the slope in terms of prices or the numbers we know, this will be price of an apple divided by price of an orange. And so if we use this information about prices, it will also automatically give us the value of slope, which will equal quantity of oranges divided by quantity of apples, like this one. And based on financial variables, we should be able to figure out the intercept on the y-axis, intercept on the x-axis, and once again the value of the slope.